Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little makeup hack video. So I'm going to be trying Calamine Lotion as primer. Apparently this is supposed to be amazing for oily skin. I have oily skin, which tends to be a little bit more on the combo side during the winter, but mainly oily. And somebody suggested this to me over on TikTok. I did a video on like my favorite products for super oily skin. They're like, you can skip all that and just use this. And I was like, wait, what? It's like, so I want to try this out, and I have seen a few people do this and really love it. So I'm like, let me see if this works for me and how this works, and if it's something that you guys should be trying out as well, because this is super cheap. I got this at Walmart for like $1.44. So we're gonna be putting this to the test, and let's just go ahead and get right into this video. So I'm going to be doing a full-blown wear test on this. So I'm only gonna be applying this on one side, and then on the other side, I'm just going to leave the skin as is before we apply foundation. So Calamine Lotion is basically a skin protectant. It helps against, poison ivy and stuff like that. And this is supposed to work great. So I am going to just be applying this on the back of my hand. This is a runny product, so you just want to be careful with it because it's super runny. So I'm going to be taking a sponge because that's how I've seen people apply it. And I'm just going to be applying it all over my skin, especially in the areas where I tend to get very, very oily. And I also have tried this with just my hands, but I find that going in with a sponge is actually your best bet because it really does press that product in. And the person who suggested this said that they used the pink version of it, so that's why I got a pink version. But this brand does also have a clear version in case you don't want this white cast. So you guys can see how immediately it starts to like mattify the skin. I will say this is definitely for the person that does have very oily skin, because as you guys can see, it like dries immediately and gives you like a very like almost mattified effect. So I wouldn't recommend this to somebody who's like a little oily or something like that, because it may just separate. So you guys can see the difference, and it will give you this white cast. But because you're putting foundation over it, this isn't even gonna be really that noticeable anymore. But you guys can see how like it definitely looks more so of a like mattified situation over on this side. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna move on to our foundation. We're gonna be applying foundation on both sides and seeing how this looks with the foundation on. And then obviously we're gonna begin a wear test, because that's what's really gonna determine how this does and if this actually really does work. I'm using my RCMA foundation. This foundation is gorgeous. I have a review on this. Very lightweight, but very full coverage. So just be mindful. I like to use a sponge just because I feel like it really just kind of blends everything in together really nicely, makes it melt into the skin, and looks stunning, and you guys can see immediately. So this is with the Calamine Lotion on this side. And now we're gonna do this side where we don't have any primer on. Okay, immediately, definitely do think this side looks much more luminous. Yeah, you can see that right away. This is the side with no primer. This is the side with the Calamine Lotion. I also feel like the Calamine Lotion allows the foundation to really grip on nicely, so you don't have to worry about it like moving all over the place, slipping and sliding. And this just looks like it's like dewy and possibly come off easier. But we're doing the wear test, so that will really help us kind of see how this wears for the entire day. So we have the foundation on both sides. I love this foundation. Highly recommend you guys checking it out if you are looking for a nice like high-end foundation, or you love RCMA, you haven't checked this out, you definitely should check it out. I also have a review on this if you guys want to watch that to see if you like it or not, but today we're just focusing strictly on the Calamine Lotion as primer. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. So I have to say, can definitely see the difference. It gives like a soft matte finish. So it doesn't look completely matte and flat. It just looks way less radiant than the side where we don't have any primer on. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna come back, give you guys my first initial thoughts, and then we can begin this wear test. Right now it is 9 a.m. So I'm gonna be giving you guys all the tea on this Calamine Lotion and whether it's just like gimmicky or it actually works. Okay guys, so I finished my entire face of makeup. Right now it is 9:30 and I'm ready to give you guys my first impressions. So can you guys tell the difference? This is the side with the Calamine Lotion and this is the side with no primer. So what are we thinking? I definitely am very impressed with how nice and matte this looks. I will say though, the one thing I was not the biggest fan of, and maybe it was because I did go in with a little too much on this side, was that I feel like right here, and you guys will see it up close when I do my natural lighting clip, right here and right here, it did enhance a little bit my texture. Overall, I definitely do feel like this side just looks much more perfected, much more put together, in place, not as shiny and radiant as this side. As you guys can see, the shine's peeking through. And it honestly feels the same. It doesn't feel heavy whatsoever. It feels very, very lightweight. Like I have nothing on primer-wise, of course. So I'm definitely really pleased with this aspect of it. What I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna carry on with the rest of my day. I'll come back later this evening and give you guys the tea. Let you guys know how it did with my mask, let you guys know how it held up all day. You guys can see if it gets as oily as this side, which has nothing on, and all that good stuff. But so far, I'm really impressed with this $1 Calamine Lotion that I got from Walmart because I'm definitely seeing a nice difference that I can for sure appreciate. I'm gonna go ahead, carry on with the rest of my day. I will do my natural lighting clip next, and then you guys will see me at the end of the day for my final thoughts. So keep watching. Guys, so this is the side with the Calamine Lotion on. You guys can see the little area that I'm talking about where I went in with too much. Right here. So next time I'll definitely use less product in that area and just do a thin layer, but everything else looks really nice, matte and in place. And then this is the side where we don't have any primer on. So definitely looks a little bit more radiant. Okay guys, so I am back. Right now it is 5:30 and I pretty much have been wearing this Calamine Lotion on this side of the face for the entire day, and I'm ready to give you guys my final thoughts. So I have the mirror right in front of me. This is the side with the Calamine Lotion, and then this is the side with nothing at all. I think we can see the difference. This side definitely looks much more oily. This side looks less oily. I have to say, I really am impressed with this side. Even when I was wearing my mask, this side didn't really have any transfer issues, which I'm really happy about. The one thing I will say though about the Calamine Lotion that I would recommend if you do plan on using this is make sure that you use a very thin layer of it, because I feel like in some areas I kind of like built it up a little bit. Like I mentioned earlier, you can kind of see like in this area in particular that it does look a little bit more built up, but everywhere else it's looking really great and I'm really impressed with it. I didn't think it was going to do as good as it ended up doing. Originally, I do have to say, I was like, is that gonna work? Because I'm all about all my steps. You know, I like to do a whole routine when it comes to like my flawless, like oil-free makeup. But this is actually a really, really good product. I would say for myself, I probably would use this more on those days where I really want my makeup to be extremely long wearing and I really want it to stay nice and matte and in place. I wouldn't use this every single day for me personally, just because like sometimes I don't mind if I get a little oily. But I definitely do feel like if you're on a budget or maybe you've tried a lot of things and they don't work, maybe give this a shot and see how it goes. I will say the best way to apply this is definitely with the sponge. A thin layer is all you need. I have applied it with my hands and I just felt like it wasn't applying as well as it did when you do just press it onto the skin. So now I wanna know if you guys have tried the Calamine Lotion. If you have, let me know your experiences, your thoughts. And if you haven't, would you try this technique out or not? Let me know down below. I love starting a conversation with you guys. If you guys have any other products that you like to use that are really good with makeup, let me know as well. Maybe next time I can do a full video on it and see how that does. And I think that's all I have for you guys. So I hope that you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. And I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.